I suck. I suck at everything. I hate everything and everyone around me without even a reason. Hey, look, this is my first YouTube video. I know my voice sucks and I was trying to show here that I'm depressed, but I couldn't come up with the right line, so I'll just say like that I'm depressed here and say I did the tear thing too. So yeah, back to the video. I'm depressed. I hate everything and everyone around me. That's me, and it has changed a lot. Magically. Books. So the baseline of this video is I love books, and this is me trying to convince you that you will love books too. My experience with reading is that it is good for my brain. I mean my mental health 1000%, and it's so interesting and lovable. Once you start enjoying it, you just can't put it down. If you say it's boring, it can't be boring because you have such a wide range of books. Let me show you. You can read biography, fiction, self-helps, documentary type things, romance. It can't be boring. Now this is not a self-help YouTuber type channel, so I don't have 5 points lined up here telling you benefits of reading, but I have one big bonker. Your relationship with social media changes entirely. You don't open these apps every 10 minutes, not because you don't want to, but your want just disappears, and that's good. I think that's good. In 2016, my brother had a school project to make about a sports person ideal, so he selected Dhoni, and he silly didn't Google the information. He bought a book and he didn't read it. So from 2016 to 2021, that book was lying in our house for 5 years, and out of the blue, nobody insisted me, never saw a video that you should read books. I just took it and started reading, and now I'm going to read benefits of reading from Google, because who knows it better than Google, right? So benefits of reading books, how it can positively affect your life. Number 1, strengthens your brain, increases empathy, builds vocabulary, prevents cognitive decline. I do not know what that means. Reduces stress. I know what that means. Aids sleep, elevates depression, lengthens lifespan. So you heard it from it. Now if you're still not convinced that you should read, which I think you are not, so I have gathered some people whom I admire and also you might admire, speaking about the importance of reading books. Watch those. It's coming.
But just generally, like I said, I would encourage people to read broadly in many different subject areas, and then try to find something where there's an overlap of your talents and what you're interested in. So I like biographies in general. Biographies, I think, are really interesting read.
What do you learn from them?
Well, I think you learn a lot depending upon whose life you're reading about.
Push themselves beyond and do things that maybe they wouldn't do. So I would encourage you all to read. Just keep reading.
So early reading lets you imagine all these situations and start to think of yourself, could I ever run a business? Could I ever discover something in science? And I do think some positive reinforcement of, hey, you're clever, you can do these things, at a young age takes you a long way.
That in the 3rd grade, I was one of those kids that made other kids sick because I was the first one to turn in the book report, and I was read the most books. And I would say reading is the strongest signal for success in the future that I've ever seen. It is the strongest.
It's the end of the year and I wanted to make a sort of summary and talk about some of my favorite books that I read this year. And I also wanted to make this book to hopefully inspire you guys or more people in general to read as well. The percentage of teenagers that read for fun is at an all-time low. Let's change that. Oh yeah.
See, I told you it's important. And don't you dare say that you don't have time. Don't you dare. Wait, 1, 2, 3. To read a book, you don't have to find time from a schedule that you never followed.
हट भाई पानी वाला तो कहीं नहीं